Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. What a thunderous kirtan what that was. Prabhu has come back with a bang, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice to see you, Prabhu. Very inspiring. Very happy that our devotees are back. See, the thing is, when you are meeting the devotees, that is something. When you are actually meeting your friends, that is happiness. But when you are meeting the devotees, that is something. That's what this Sunday satsang is very special, because we come together with one mind, with one purpose. Because this is the only place wherein we are not coming with any intention. Isn't that true? For any other place we go, we are with some intention. Like for example, we are going to the job. We have got an intention. What is an intention?
Paycheck.
Paycheck, exactly. Right? We are actually going for shopping. There is an intention to buy the groceries. We are going to whatever it is. But when you are coming here, what is your intention? It's nothing. It's just purely be in that 3 or 4 hours of that spiritual environment and uplift yourself. What is it called? It's called selfless, right? There is selfless. I would rather say it's selfish. What's the meaning of selfish? What is the meaning of selfish? Mataji, go ahead. What's the meaning of selfish? Yeah. So, what is the literary meaning of selfish? What do you would be selfish? Sorry? Let everybody. What is that?
In the shell.
A fish in a shell.
A fish in the shell. That is selfish. Oh, wow. Shellfish. This will give Phaltu joke, right?
That is true.
I was asking the meaning of selfish. Mataji said the meaning of shellfish. Fish in a shell. See, selfish is not in all. About yourself. That is in a bad connotation, right? It's a bad context when you use selfish mostly. But selfish is like when you are really about yourself. And who are you? What is your real self?
Soul, Atma.
It's a soul, right? See, Prabhupada gives a very beautiful example of the bird in a cage. See, the thing is, everyone is like, it's a bird in a cage. There was a beautiful bird inside a beautiful cage. And this person, every day what he does is that he actually polishes this cage. Every day. It's a beautiful cage made of gold. So he dusts it, he polishes it, he makes sure that it's spick and span, it's very beautiful. But he forgets to feed the bird inside. That's the problem, right? So we actually make sure that, the cage is very beautiful, it's all well maintained, it's very nicely taken care of. And we sometimes forget, and we often forgets to feed the bird inside. And what is this analogy all about? Who is this bird? Hare Krishna.
Soul. Soul.
And what is the cage?
Body.
Body, yeah.
Yeah.
See, in the 7 days of the week, 6 days and I would say like 25 hours, we are taking care of the, not 25 hours, so 23 hours, so 22 hours, we are taking care of the cage, polishing it, make sure that it's very nice, taking care of. But this 3 hours is what we are actually feeding the bird. It's very important that we come with satsang, any satsang for that matter, as long as the Lord's name is glorified, the Lord is glorified, we are actually getting spiritual upliftment. That is taking place, you should never miss it. Because at least once in a while we should feed the Feed the bird, right? That's very important. And when you're actually doing it together, it has got a special, what is that called? Power, potency. So when you're doing it alone versus when you're doing it together, there is a more power to it. That's what is Sunday satsang is very important. And I really wanted to congratulate and really want to praise and applaud all of you. See, people go to the temples for mostly by the external appearances of the temple. Let's say if there is a big temple there, if there is a lot of people coming in, there is very nice setup there, very opulent. So people go there just to be part of that festival. And then you feel like, I'm actually, being part of that festival wherein you will get to be part of that huge opulent way of being in the temple, being in the festival and things like that. We don't have any of those setup here, do we? All we are having in a cold basement. We are sitting here, we don't have much of a people, we don't have an opulent setup. We are having the very bare basic setup here. But still you are coming, why? You are coming because you are actually taking the essence of it. That is the main thing. People who are actually taking the essence, they are very smart people, they are very intelligent people. And that's what, all we give here, all we have to offer to you is this book of knowledge. That's all we have to give you. And of course, we are giving you prasadam. Of course, we are actually giving the association. And that's all. But nothing more than that. But still you are coming, being participating. That means you know that there is something valuable which is being given. And that's what's attracting you to come every Sunday. And that's what I said, you are all very, very, very intelligent and smart people. And you yourself have to congratulate and then be thankful to yourself for helping yourself, for feeding the bird. With that, we will start our class today. Jai. So we'll do the Jai Radha Madhav. Please follow me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayade Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinadarinam Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Paramananda Madhavam Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 14. 8.14.
In the hard binder book, I saw.
What's the page number on the small book?
336.
The small book?
The soft cover. 336.
336 on the
Soft cover,
soft
soft
cover,
cover.
small books. And 358 on the hardbound, the big one. Everybody got the sloka? Alright, let's recite. Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Yo Mam Smarati Nityashaha
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Yo Mam Smarati Nityashaha
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Yo Mam Smarati Nityashaha
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha.
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Prabhu Mataji.
Ananya Chetata Satatam.
Ananya Cheta Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasaha.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham Sa Sulabha Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yogina.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Ananya Cheta Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Ananya Chetaha Satatam.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasaha.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha
Ananyachetaha Satatam.
Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasah.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyam Sulabha Partha.
Tasyaham Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yoginah.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha Ananya Chetaha Satatam
Yo Mam Smarati Nityasaha.
Yo Mam Smarti Nityashaha
Tasyaham
Tasyaham
Sulabha Partha.
Sulabhah Partha
Nityayuktasya Yogina.
Nityayuktasya Yoginaha. Okay, let's repeat word by word. Please repeat after me. Ananya Cheta, without deviation of the mind.
Without deviation of the mind.
Sadatam,
Sadatam,
always.
Always.
Yaha,
Yaha,
anyone who.
anyone who.
Mam,
Mam,
me, Krishna.
Krishna.
Smarati,
Smarati,
remembers.
remembers.
Nityashaha,
Nityasaha,
regularly.
regularly.
Tasya,
Tasya,
to him.
to him.
Aham,
Aham,
I am.
I am.
Sulabhaha,
Sulabhaha,
very easy to achieve.
Very easy to achieve.
Partha,
Partha,
O son of Pritha.
O son of Pritha.
Nitya,
Nitya,
regularly.
regularly.
Yuktasya,
Yuktasya,
engaged.
engaged.
Yoginaha,
Yoginaha,
for the devotee.
for the devotee.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Please repeat the translation. For one who always remembers me
For one who always remembers me
without deviation,
without deviation,
I am easy to obtain.
I am easy to
O
obtain.
son of Pritha,
O son of Pritha,
because of his constant engagement
because of his constant
in
engagement
devotional service. One more time, please repeat. For one who always remembers me
for one who always remembers me
without deviation,
without deviation,
I am easy to obtain.
I am easy to
O
obtain.
son of Pritha,
O son of Pritha,
because of his constant engagement
because of his constant engagement
in devotional service. Please listen to the purport. This verse specially describes the final destination attained by the unalloyed devotees who serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Bhakti Yoga. Previous verses have mentioned 4 different kinds of devotees: the distressed, the inquisitive, those who seek material gain, and the speculative philosophers. Different processes of liberation have also been described: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Hatha Yoga. The principles of these yoga systems have some bhakti added, but this verse particularly mentions pure Bhakti Yoga without any mixture of Jnana, Karma, and or Hatha. As indicated by the word Ananya Chetaha, in pure Bhakti Yoga, the devotee desires nothing but Krishna. A pure devotee does not desire promotion to heavenly planets, nor does he seek oneness with the Brahma Jyotir, or salvation or liberation from material entanglement. A pure devotee does not desire anything. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the pure devotee is called Nishkama, which means he has no desire for self-interest. Perfect peace belongs to him alone, not to them who strive for personal gain. Whereas a Jnana Yogi, Karma Yogi, and Hatha Yogi has his own selfish interests, a perfect devotee has no desire other than to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord says that for anyone who is unflinchingly devoted to him, he is easy to attain. A pure devotee always engages in devotional service to Krishna in one of his various personal features. Krishna has various plenary expansions and incarnations, such as Rama and Nrsimha, and a devotee can choose to fix his mind in loving service to any of these transcendental forms of the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee meets with none of the problems that plague the practitioners of other yogas. Bhakti Yoga is very simple and pure and easy to perform. One can begin simply by chanting Hare Krishna. The Lord is merciful to all, but as we have already explained, He is especially inclined towards those who always serve Him without deviation. The Lord helps such devotees in various ways, as stated in the Vedas, Kathopanishad 1:2-23. Yam evesha vrunute tena labhya tasesha atma vivrunute tanum swam. One who is fully surrendered and engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord can understand the Supreme Lord as He is. And as stated in Bhagavad Gita 10.10, Dadami buddhi yogam tam, the Lord gives such a devotee sufficient intelligence so that ultimately the devotee can attain Him in His spiritual kingdom. The special qualification of the pure devotee is that he is always thinking of Krishna without deviation and without considering the time or place. Repeat again. The special qualification of a pure devotee is that he is always thinking of Krishna without deviation and without considering the time or place. There should be no impediments. he should be able to carry out his service anywhere and at any time. Some say that devotee should remain in a holy places like Vrindavan or some holy town where the Lord lived. But a pure devotee can live anywhere and create the atmosphere of Vrindavan by his devotional service. It was Sri Advaita who told Lord Chaitanya, wherever you are, O Lord, there is Vrindavana. As indicated by the words Satatam and Nityashaha, which means always, regularly, or every day. A pure devotee constantly remembers Krishna and meditates upon him. These are qualifications of the pure devotee for whom the Lord is most easily attainable. Bhakti Yoga is the system that the Gita recommends above all others. Generally, Bhakti Yogis are engaged in 5 different ways. 1. Shanta Bhakta, engaged in devotional service in neutrality. 2. Dasya Bhakta, engaged in devotional service as servant. 3. Sakhya Bhakta, engaged as friend. 4. Vatsalya Bhakta, engaged as parent. And 5. Madhurya Bhakta, engaged as conjugal lover of the Supreme Lord. In any of these ways, the pure devotee is always constantly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord and cannot forget the Supreme Lord. And so for him, the Lord is easily attained. A pure devotee cannot forget the Supreme Lord for a moment, and similarly, the Lord cannot forget his pure devotee for a moment. This is the great blessings of Krishna conscious process of chanting the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Purports ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swatarandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalada Shri Vishakhanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patihanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Sunday Feast program. So, this shloka, we are reading from 8.14, chapter 8, shloka number 14. So, this shloka, Krishna is talking about Bhakti Yoga. This chapter is called Attaining the Supreme. And this chapter, Krishna is actually talking about how one can attain Him. That's what Krishna has been talking about. So far, in this shloka, Krishna is telling one can attain Him through various ways. And one of the ways wherein Krishna explained was the Hatha Yoga, right? Wherein Krishna was actually talking about, remember in previous verses Krishna was telling one should be sitting in a secluded place, one should be
Close all the gates.
Close all the gates, yeah. Do we have gates in here?
9 gates.
9 gates, yes, we have got 9 gates. I'm just talking about in Canada, do we have gates? We don't have walls, right? In India we have compound wall, we have a gate, But in Canada, when I came to Canada first time, there was no walls. There was no gates. Wow, nice. Free country. Anyway, we have 9 gates. So close all the gates. Focus completely on your super self, on your super soul. Huh? Meditate upon the Paramatma and sit erect, and then bring your life prana to the top of your head and release from there, and thereby you can attain me. How easy is that?
Next to impossible.
Next to impossible?
Next to impossible.
Prabhu say next to impossible. I would say
For
impossible
us.
for me.
Yeah, impossible. But Prabhu, yogis do it. So
I
it's
understand.
impossible.
Yeah.
But
Talking
for
about
for
us, it's impossible. Highly impractical. That's what in the 6th chapter, Krishna was telling you. Just keep on explaining this. The Hatha Yoga, the Dhyana Yoga, is very vividly explained in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. And Krishna was keep on explaining that this is how you have to do, this is how you have to do. Arjuna said, stop, wait a minute. This is not applicable for me, Krishna. This is not applicable for me. Why? Because I cannot concentrate my mind. My mind is chanchalam. My mind is so fluctuating. My mind is actually going from here to there, from here to there. See, what is the power of mind? The power of mind is that from here we can actually go to any place. Right? And the power of mind is that you can also do whatever you want, and you can also do whatever you don't want. What does that mean? If I say that, don't think about a blue monkey with a red tail.
we'll surely think about that.
Already thought.
Already the blue monkey with a red tail has come to everybody's mind.
Already come.
So it will take you to wherever you want, and it will take you to wherever you don't want. That's the power of mind. Right? So Arjuna was telling, with such a fluctuating mind, Krishna, I cannot do this yoga. It's highly impractical. Right? And this is Arjuna speaking how many years ago? 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years down the line, our mind has improved or deteriorated? Right? For sure, right? Why? Because the outside world we are living, or rather, this world we are living, which is actually bombarding us with so many informations. Netflix informations, right? And remember last time we were talking about how the mind processes the thing, the input, and how it actually transforms. And with those things which is going inside, it is highly impractical for us to mind to be very stable. Because these things are there in our mind, and what the mind does is that it actually chews on these things. All these things going inside, and it will actually choose on our thing. Choose means what? Contemplate, processes. And so, since the mind is processing all these things, that is why we are actually getting so much disturbed. In long time ago, when I was in India, I was in the airport, and one guy's t-shirt was written, "Please don't mind me, because I don't have one." Right? Because that's the thing, we don't have a peaceful mind. And that's what these yogis are all, they're going in a secluded place. Why they are going to a secluded place? No disturbance, right? Because that's when, when there is disturbance, when there is this incoming data to our mind, through our different senses. That's what Prabhu was talking about, the 9 gates. He was referring to these 9 gates of our body. And the two primary and the most important 2 gates are eyes and ears.
Can you repeat all 9, please, Prabhu?
9 gates are our holes in our body. 2 eyes, 2 ears, nostrils, our mouth, anus and genitals. That's our 9 gates in our body. The most important gates by which all things go inside is eyes and ears. These are the 2 vicious in a negative context. Things which actually brings all the inputs to our inside our system, right? And that is what we use these 2 gates primarily for our devotional service. You know? And what is that two? How are we using these two gates for the primary devotional service?
Kirtanam,
Shravanam,
Kirtanam.
Kirtanam, right? That's why we are always using these two systems for doing devotional service. So that if you are actually doing Shravanam to Krishna Katha, then what happened? That less we will be hearing anything else. The more we are chanting Krishna's name, to that extent we will be hearing less of other things, right? That's what Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. That's what we are actually using these two, mouth and our ears for devotional service primarily. Where were we? How did we come to mouth and ears? 9 gates. How did we come to 9 gates?
The two most important.
Disturbance.
Yes, two most
Disturbance. There you go. Thank you. That's how the mind is very strong and mind is so impudent. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna
Pramati Balava.
Pramadi Balavadritam.
Tasya.
Who is saying? Arjuna is saying this. So Pramadi means obstinate. What's the meaning of obstinate?
Stubborn.
Stubborn, right? If you say come here, the mind will go away, right? Pramadi Balavadritam is very strong and very obstinate, very forceful. I cannot control. So this yoga system has been written off by Arjuna. So if Arjuna is writing out off, then there is no point in us pursuing that again. And that's what Krishna is actually taking the next step. From this chapter, this sloka, 14 sloka onwards, Krishna is actually talking about how you can attain me through bhakti yoga, devotional service. That's what Krishna is saying, a very beautiful sloka here. Ananya cheta satatam yomam smardi nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yognaha. Krishna is saying, like Arjuna, there is another way by which you can attain me. So far, what is the process I said? Yogic process. And we kind of mentioned, like, yogic process is kind of little difficult for us to practice. Everybody with me on the same page?
Yeah.
Right? Now, what is the next way? The next way is wherein you are actually thinking about me. Ananya Cheta Satatam. Always remembers me without deviation. And when you always remember Krishna without deviation, that is a perfect way by which we can attain Krishna. And that's what Prabhupada says, that this is the way by which you can attain Krishna in the process of Bhakti Yoga. So Prabhupada actually mentions about different ways by which you can attain Krishna. One is Jnana Yoga. What is Jnana Yoga means? Knowledge, right? Prabhu is actually saying speculative knowledge. Jnana Yoga is not actually speculation. Jnana Yoga is a proper jnana, which is not speculation, which is the right method of understanding the Lord. The problem with the Jnana Yoga is that you are right actually. The problem with the Jnana Yoga is that once we get the knowledge, we started speculating on all of that. The knowledge is good. The knowledge is good. But once we acquire knowledge, we started speculating. It's called embellishment. Embellishment means what? We just wanted to make it, what is that called? Decorate with.
It's just a decoration.
Decorate with our own things, right? Like for example, if I say like, Stouffville.
I can quote like the Bhagavad Gita, like example.
Yeah, I say like, Krishna is is a coward boy. That's the knowledge. Krishna is a coward boy. And then you say that, Krishna is a coward boy and he actually plays with the girls. He actually plays with the boys. That is a knowledge, correct? So now what is the speculation? What is the speculation coming on that one? The speculation is that, Krishna is a coward boy. So what is he doing? He is herding the cows. And what does he do? And what can be there more than that of a coward boy? He can be just a simple coward boy. Yes, he has got some superhuman powers, right? That could be because he was doing some magical mystic power. I can actually put like that my hand, and then I can bring a apple. No, you cannot bring an apple. You know the problem with this mystic thing. Have you anybody bringing an apple from the air?
No.
All the Babas who are actually showing this thing, they can only bring the thing which can hold inside the hand. That is a mystic thing. Just tell me. He always gives maybe a bhasma or a ring or a small rudraksha which can only be held in the hand. That is a magic thing. He cannot bring an apple. No. That's the thing. That's the cheating thing. Just always see, like all these people who are actually bringing things, they'll only bring the things which they can hold in their hand. That's the thing. Anyway, so Krishna is something like a person who is very mystic, and he is actually running after these boys and girls and cows and everything. That is the speculation, right? But Shastra says, why he is doing like that. There is more to it. In the Bhagavatam, there is a verse. Yadarchidam brahma bhavadibhi suraihi sriyascha devya munibhisha shashvataihi. Yadarchidam brahma bhava. Brahma means who? Brahma. Lord Brahma. How many heads Lord Brahma has got?
Ours is 4.
Our Brahma has got 4. Don't confuse them. Let's talk about our God. What Prabhu is saying, there are many universes, right? We are living in this universe. In this universe, our Brahma has got 4 heads. But there are other universes wherein there are Brahma who have got multiple heads. That's what Prabhu said. If you are studying in 6th standard, Prabhu is doing a PhD. Right? That is Prabhu's standard. So his answers are at that level. So I have to give an explanation which matches our cognition.
We learn little bit from you, Prabhu.
No, that's what Prabhu said. Ours is 4. That means our Brahma has got 4 heads. How did we come to Brahma? Yadarchidam. Very good. So you all with me, right?
Yeah.
I should be asking the backbenchers. Yadarchidam Brahma Bhavadibhisure. Brahma and Bhava. Who is Bhava? Very nice word. Beautiful name is Bhava. Any guess who is Bhava?
Is the word?
Huh?
The universe.
No. Bhava is Lord Shiva. That's what his name is called. His wife's name is called Bhavani.
Yes.
Right? That's Bhava. Beautiful name. Yadarchidam Brahma Bhavadi Bhisureihi. The Brahma, Shiva, and Sura. Suras means what?
Demons.
Demigods. Asuras are demons. Suras are demigods. Brahma, Shiva, demigods, Adi, all these people are Architam means worshipping. That personality who's been worshipped by who? Brahma, Shiva, demigods, and everybody. And Shri is, and who is Shri? Another beautiful name. Lakshmi. Shri Yascha Devya Munibhisha Shashvate. Shri, her himself, Lakshmi Devi, her himself, is worshipping that personality. And Muni means the sages and saints, right? Shashvate, they are always been worshipping this personality. And what is this personality doing? This personality has got nothing to do with them. What is he doing? Second line says, Go Charananucharai Charadvane. Go Charan means?
Cow.
Herding cow.
He is heading cows. Go Charanaya Anucharai Charadvane Yet Gopikanam Kucha Kungumangitam. He is always being worshipped by the gopis. Right? What is that beautiful shloka I saying Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Patale Pakshastale Kaustubham Nasagre Vanamautigam Karatale Venum Kare Kanganam Sarvange Harichandanam Sulalitam Kanthecha Muktavali Gopastri Pariveshtito Param Vijayate Gopala Chudamani. Krishna is called as a Chudamani. Is called as is a precious gem, and his beauty is mentioned in here, and it's always been surrounded by the gopis. This is the knowledge. This personality who is being worshipped by the Brahma, Shiva, and everybody, he has nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them means they are being taken care of by, or he's taking care of his devotees. But what is his actual duty? His actual duty is Gocharanaya Anucharis. He is busy in herding the cows. Why? Because with greatness comes simplicity. With greatness comes simplicity. To the highest of the greatness a person can go, to that level he will become simple. Look at Krishna's, features. Everything is simple. Krishna is having. Look at the Krishna's feature we're talking about. Krishna is having a very simple garland. Have you ever seen Krishna is having this is opulent Krishna. Have you seen Krishna is having a very precious diamond, necklace?
Like Tirupati Maharaj.
No, that is Vishnu.
Yes.
You're talking about Krishna. Right? He's having a diamond necklace and everything. No. What is his garland made of?
Vaijayanti, the forest flowers.
Forest flowers, right? This is made of his forest flowers, right? And what is his decoration of his head? He's having a very precious helmet,
Peacock feather, like a turban.
peacock feather, and a turban, right? And what is his dress?
Pitambara.
It's just a yellow dress, a pitambar, right? And what is his instrument? Is he having a very costly guitar?
Flute. Made of bamboo.
What is his? And can you tell me the more simpler and more humbler instrument than a flute? What is a flute made of?
Bamboo.
Just a bamboo with 7 holes. That's it. There can be. Can you give me any instrument which is more simple than a flute? No. All the instruments are much more complicated than the flute. So Krishna picks and chooses, or rather, he gets all the things which are much, much more simpler. And he comes down and he performs this beautiful pastime. That is the real jnana. So jnana yogis are the one who really understands the thing in substance. But once we started speculating that, he is a coward boy, he is a womanizer in India, this is something which is very vicious. We say that, he is a Krishna, means he is after women. We don't talk about Krishna lifting Govardhan hill. Can you hold a glass of water for 10 minutes? This glass of water will feel like, how much gram will be there, Prabhu? Maybe 100 grams? Maybe 250 grams, let's say. I'm holding this 250 grams of glass of water like that. Okay. After 10 minutes, this 250 gram will feel like 250 kilograms to me. Huh? That's what I feel like, because I'm holding that. I don't have the energy to hold this thing. And Krishna has lifted the whole Govardhan hill, right? And we don't appreciate that. Rather, we will actually say that he is always after women. That is speculation. So Jnana Yoga, Bhakti, Hatha Yoga and all are not applicable for us in this Kali Yuga, in this current age. The only thing by which it's easily attainable is the remembrance of Krishna, right? So the constant remembrance of Krishna, how is that possible in this age? So we said that we actually completely gave up, or rather write off the concept of Hatha Yoga. And to some extent, Bhakti Yoga is also not applicable, because we don't have that capacity to completely understand the Tattva in completeness. So the only process which is applicable, as Prabhupada is talking about here, is the Bhakti Yoga, wherein you will be remembering Krishna every time. Now remembering Krishna, Satadam Kirtan, what is this sloka saying? Ananya Cheta Satadam, without deviation. See, without deviating, thinking about Krishna is very difficult. For that, what we have to do? We have to practice. How we have to practice? We have to practice consistently. That's what Prabhupada in the purport is saying, like we have to consistently practice that. Now, what is the practice we have to do to remember Krishna? Chanting, yes. When you are chanting, do you remember Krishna?
Not always. Not always.
Not always, right? See, when you are actually chanting, what all things we are not thinking will come to our mind. What all things which are some weird things will come to our mind. So once I was actually doing a class and I was telling one Prabhu that Prabhuji, and Prabhu was telling like, Prabhu, my mind is so disturbing, I cannot focus on one thing. So I have to, what is the way by which we can, sit and properly chant? I was just giving so many ways, tricks. Myself is struggling. Who am I to give the trick? That's one thing. But still, when you're in Vyasas and you're representing Vyasadeva, so you have to give some remedy. So I was just telling different ways by which you have to, sit and chant, like, early morning chanting, read and chant, hear and chant, you roll your Javamala and chant. And then you sit in a very corner place wherein you can actually hear the vibration. Sit in a, very dim light place. All these things I was just telling. And I said, like, you sit in front of Tulsi Maharani and chant. And this Prabhu said, like, Prabhu, I was trying this Tulsi Maharani. But when I look at the Tulsi Maharani, I look at the leaves and say that, oh, I didn't put water yesterday. Right? And from water, he will go to that, why didn't I put the water? Because I had to go to office. So from water, he has gone to office. From office, he has gone to, in office, I have to do that assignment. And that thing, from this thing, because of the assignment, I have to go, I have to give $50 to that guy. Oh, I forgot. And from that thing, he has gone to the grocery store. From that, he gone to Costco. This thing, that thing. From where it started?
Tulsi Maharani.
Tulsi. And where is he standing now? Costco. Right? Right? That is a problem. So, Prabhu, even Tulsi Maharani, if I look, so many things come to my mind. Right?
No escape.
No escape. So, Satatam, Ananya Cheta Satatam. So, chanting, very difficult to focus on our mind. But does that mean that we have to give up chanting? No. Right? Let's say, for example, if you are having some, severe stomachache, right? And then doctor has given some medicine for that. So if you just take this medicine for stomachache, if you just take that medicine, do you expect that the medicine will work instantaneously? No. It will take its own time. Sometimes you might need to take a 5-day, 5 courses of medicine, right? A week of medicine. Sometimes if you get infection, and then you have to take antiseptic. And antiseptic will only work if you're taking in a course of like 5 days to 7 days. So you take the first day and you say like, I'm not feeling well, right? That means the medicine is not working. Does that mean that medicine is not working?
It's working.
Medicine is working. We have to take the medicine properly, consistently. Every single day we have to take the medicine consistently. So that's what we have to do. So this Bhakti Yoga, unfortunately, Prabhus and Matajis, we have no other way. We are so much conditioned in this material world to get out of this material pangs, to get out of this material entanglement, and to focus our mind onto Krishna. Our only way by which we can do is to chant this holy name is the simplest way, but we have to consistently do that. And when you consistently do that, slowly and steadily, we see that our mind is not carried away by so many things. We are actually getting protected by so many unwanted things. We will be protected. Why? Because the holy name is very powerful and it's actually protecting us from these difficulties. And that's what this purport is actually Prabhupada is saying. Like we have to consistently chant the holy name. See, we have to understand that Krishna is very powerful. Do you agree to that statement?
Yes.
Krishna is God. Or let's say God is very powerful. And the name of the God is also equally powerful. And that's what in our Sanatana Dharma, the japa means chanting, is very, very, very powerful. Right? Because when you're actually chanting, you will become powerful. Right? Brahma in Bhagavad, one of the shloka, is saying like, Nabharati me Mrishayanga, I forgot the shloka. He's saying like, my words will not go wrong, O Narada. Why? Because I'm always chanting the name of the Lord. And that's what a person who is chanting the holy names should not curse a person. You should not curse a person because you have a potency. You are chanting the holy name, and with that tongue, you should not curse a person because that might get true. It's very powerful. So the chanting of the holy name is very powerful. And what is that power? That whether it is, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, whether it is doing the Panjak, what's the Panjakshari mantra? Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya is also very powerful mantra. And whatever these mantras we are actually chanting, it is so powerful that it actually brings down all our inabilities and actually elevates us to the level of sattva. Right? Especially Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because this mantra is the only way. Can anybody tell me any other way by which we can actually subdue our mind and bring to our mind to soberness? Difficult, right? Yoga process is extremely difficult. What do we do yoga? When yes, we can do yoga. The yoga will actually give us peace of mind. But yoga don't have the what is that? It's got potency, Prabhu. I'm just looking for a word. It has got that innate power. It's potency only. It's innate power which actually heal this thing which is inside. Yoga can actually bring peace. And where is this peace? The peace is in your mind. Right? The peace is for your body, Shant, right? But more than that, when you should just to feed your soul, it can only be done by mantra. Yes, mantra is manatrayate iti mantra. It's actually bringing the mind, comforting the mind, settling your mind. But the mantra can actually go even beyond that, right? Yoga, when you're actually doing yoga, unless and until you are reaching to the samadhi stage, yoga is completely peripheral. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Unless and until you get to the samadhi state, that's when you are connecting yourself with the super soul. But everything else, be it yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, right? From dhyana onwards is when we are actually started connecting with yourself, with the Supreme Soul, right? But till that time, it's completely peripheral. And the yoga we are talking about in this current yuga is about completely superficial, sitting here and doing a posture by which you will be feeling some peaceful of mind, some rejuvenation of your body. All these things is happening, but nothing is inside happening, So that's what the mantra is very powerful. The mantra is very powerful because of the mantra, yourself will actually feeling changed. Transformation happens, right? That's when we will actually feel transformation. We can all, endorse that, once I've chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, once I have followed the process of this Bhakti Yoga, how much difference I am actually feeling, how much difference I am actually having, right? We can actually give a testimony for that. We can feel ourselves how much different it was before and after. Yes, we are still in the path of that purification. Thank you. We are still in the path. We are not there yet, right? We are still in the progress. We are in the path of purification, the path of spirituality. But still, we can say that yes, I am not there yet, but something is working on me, right? My perspective, my thought process is getting transformed. That is actually really wanted, Prabhu. Mataji's. Transformation of our life is the most important thing in this material world. If you are not transforming, then everything is superficial. Everything is cosmetic. And we have to understand Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Mohisham. Everything is actually being controlled and being done by Krishna. Do you think that we are the person who are doing? We do think, right? We do think that we are the person. See, in Mahabharata there is a wonderful character. How many of you heard about this character called Barbarica? How many of you heard about that? You know that character Barbarica? You heard about that? See, Barbarica was he was a grandson of Khadotkach, right? So he was. Everybody know who is Khadotkach? Khadotkach was the son of Bhima, right? So this is a long story how Barbarica wanted to be. So somebody told him that his mother told him that if you want to get liberation, you want to be either be being saved by Krishna or being killed by Krishna. Because Barbarica was a demon or an asura, a Rakshasa rather. It is he thought it is easier for me to be getting killed by Krishna. So what did he say? What did he do? He actually joined the Kaurava side. He joined the Kaurava side. Why did he join the Kaurava side?
I want to be killed.
Everybody follow? No. Or is that time?
No.
So why did Barbarica join the Kaurava side?
He wanted to be killed.
He wanted to be killed by Krishna. Then and then he was actually doing tremendous austerity and penance to acquire so much of balam. Balam means strength, power. But then, long story short, Krishna told that I am not going to take the weapon again in this Mahabharata war, right? So then he got so angry, right? And then he said then my whole thing is of no use. The whole thing of no use because I want to be killed by you. So then he was very smart. He knew that the only way by which you can instigate Krishna or you can make Krishna take the weapon is by disturbing his devotees. So he said that I will kill all the Pandavas in one arrow. I have that much power, right? And Krishna knew that this guy is going to be a disturbance. So Krishna immediately chopped off his head. So this Barbarica has got now liberated because his mission is accomplished. But he asked for one more boon for Krishna. He said Krishna, I wanted to see this Mahabharata war. So he said okay, fine. And he has only got so in order to see the Mahabharata war, you need to have two eyes, right? But his head is chopped off. So he said those fine. Till the Mahabharata war ends, you will be alive only with your head. Your body will be gone. So this Barbarica is a personality who is only got head. So far so good, Prabhu?
Yep.
Yeah. He can only see the war with his head. So he was watching the whole thing. See, he was the first drone. In this nowadays in the videography, they are using the drone. What is the drone used for? You can actually see, from a top bird's eye view, you can see the whole thing, and you can get a better view of all the things. When you are actually standing in the crowd, you can only see so many things. But if you are actually on a drone, you can see the entire crowd and the whole thing's happening. So he was the first drone. Who?
Barbaric.
Barbarica. He was the first drone. He was actually going around the head only, going all around with like a drone and seeing all the things. And he saw all the entire 18 days of war. And the last day after the Pandavas, won the war, so they were discussing about who was actually fighting, like what, and who killed whom, and who was the most warrior, strong warrior kind of thing. And then they were actually saying, oh, that day Arjuna, you killed this person. Oh, you killed Bhishma. Oh, Bhima, you killed that person. And everybody was actually praising them, right? And then they were talking like that, and then they heard somebody laughing upstairs. And who was this guy laughing? Eyes only. Drone. Barbarica. He was laughing. And then they were looking up and then saw this guy. They said, why are you laughing? He said, you have no idea what happened in the war. Right? You have no idea. But I saw the war. The whole war, day 1 to day 18. All I saw was one peacock feather was going all over the place. And along with this peacock feather, there was one Sudarshan, one chakra, going all over the place and killing, decimating everybody. You guys think that you have killed? No. One peacock feather and one chakra was going. I can only see this peacock feather everywhere and killing with this chakra. And what was this peacock feather? And what was this chakra? The Sudarshan chakra. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, you are not the person who is doing this. It is Nimitta Matram Bhava Savyasachin. You just be my instrument, Krishna. Right? I am using this kartal. Right? And when I am using this kartal, when I play this kartal very nicely, right? Who is responsible for playing this kartal so nicely? No. If I am playing this kartal very nicely, who said Krishna? Ooh, somebody is, Prabhu, you are not only the PhD guy, right?
Everybody.
Next class onwards, we need to have a PhD class at PhD. There is a kids class going on now. There should be a separate PhD class, right? High philosophy. Wow. When I am playing the kartal so nicely, will you be telling kartal, very good, pat on the back, very good, good job? Do you telling to kartal or telling to me?
To you.
Because I am the person who are actually doing the job, right? So Krishna says, Arjuna, you just become instrument. I will take care of the whole thing. In the Bhagavatam, Arjuna, I'm having the same Gandiva. And I'm having the same power. But still, I'm not able to defeat these people. Why?
Feather is missing.
Because my energy has gone. Right? Krishna is gone. I am Arjuna because there was Krishna besides me. Right? And there was, and in the same way, right? Krishna remembers. Krishna also reciprocates to his devotees the same way. Right? See, when in the Khandava Prastha, there's a forest called Khandava. So Arjuna and Krishna were so intimate friends, amazing friends. And when they were actually walking through this Khandava forest, and there a bright, tall Brahmana was walking towards them. And he said, my name is Agni. Yeah? I am actually in a big trouble now. Then Krishna said, what's the problem? He said, this one Raja was actually doing 12 years of yajna. How many years?
12 years.
12 years of yajna. And when doing his yajna, what he was doing, he was actually pouring the clarified butter, which is ghee, to what? Yajna Kund. And who is there in the Yajna Kund? Fire. Agni Dev. And if you are actually pouring 12 years this clarified butter, what will happen? If you drink 1 spoon of ghee, what will happen to you? Okay, right? 2 spoons of ghee, still okay. 3 spoons of ghee,
Something happened.
huh?
Something happened.
Enough, right? Something is going on, right? Indigestion, all these things. 12 years of ghee, same thing happened to Agni Dev. Agni Dev was actually doing like this and coming, help me. 12 years this guy was doing the sacrifice and I am having a huge indigestion, help me please. No, seriously, this is in Mahabharata. And then there is a story behind that why he was doing all these things, but this is the lighter side of it. So he was telling like, then what should I do then? If you are having indigestion, how can I help? He said like, see, there is some jadi booty. Jadi booty means what? Herbs. There is some jadi booty in this forest, in this particular Gandhava forest. If I actually make a juice out of that and drink, my indigestion will be gone. So then Krishna said, okay, take the jadi booty and drink. What should I do then? No. How will I eat? How do Agni eat? Do you know? How do Agni eat? By the whole fire, right? He will consume by the fire itself. In order to consume the whole forest, no, there is one takshak snake inside this forest. And I cannot touch this takshak because Indra is actually protecting this takshak. Indra is his friend. So I cannot take this jadi booty. Because Indra, the moment I take that, Indra will actually punish me. So I cannot do that. Then Arjuna said, oh, okay, that's the case, then I'll help you. So Arjuna actually created a big shield made of arrows. Big shield made of arrows. And he said like, and then, okay, now you can actually eat all forest. So Agni started eating the whole forest. That means Agni started blazing the whole forest, And then Indra was actually pouring the rain, but no, not a single drop of rain was falling because it was protected by the arrows. Don't ask me how do you create that shield. I have no idea. It's the skill of Arjuna. Then, long story short, Agni got pacified, and he said like, I wanted to give you boons for you guys. And then he asked Arjuna, what do you want? Arjuna said, Arjuna asked what? I want strong weapons. So then Agni said, okay, I will give you a chariot. This is called Kapidhwaja chariot, right? And he gave a beautiful chariot to Arjuna. And then he invoked the Varuna Deva. The Varuna Deva came and he gave a beautiful bow called Gantiva. That's his famous Gantiva. And he gave 2 quivers. These quivers, quivers. Quivers means the one which actually holds the arrows. And this quivers speciality is that this will never getting extinguished, right? Empty. If it is just keep on coming. So these 2 boons has been given to Arjuna. He asked Krishna, what do you want? What does Krishna want? He asked Krishna, what do you want? Krishna said like, I just want 1 boon. He said, please bless me so that I will never lose the friendship of Arjuna. I will never lose the friendship of Arjuna. See, this is the attraction of Krishna towards his devotee. When you are actually thinking that, okay, Krishna, what are we offering to Krishna? We are actually offering this thing. But what is that Krishna is actually taking through that offering? When you are actually, let's say for example, somebody, by the way, Prabhu, this hibiscus, this is called hibiscus? How can you have this hibiscus in this winter time?
We have it home. So we just inside.
Amazing. See? How nice.
Even the white flower is hibiscus, I was not sure.
That is that. What is that called? Dahlia?
No.
Huh? Amaryllis. Right? See, this hibiscus is a tropical plant. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And tropical plant cannot flower, especially on this cold weather. But you made it. I was just thinking like,
Krishna.
see, the thing is like Prabhu, we have to appreciate Prabhu. He had actually, grown that that hibiscus in his house, inside, and two beautiful flowers has grown, normally what do you think? It will beautify my house.
Yeah.
Normally that's what you keep the flowers inside the house, so that it will be beautifying the house, it will be pleasant for your eyes. But he's so nice devotee, he's actually take that and he offer to Krishna. You just have to say one Hare Krishna to Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simple offerings like this will steal the heart of Krishna. Why? Because we are actually giving with love. And what do Krishna need? That's exactly what we need. Bhavagrahigana. That's exactly what Krishna needs. What is he needing? He's needing. So Agni Dev was asking, like, give me a boon. Like, for example, like Ramesh Pandey Prabhu, he woke up like 5 o'clock in the morning. He did a beautiful chanting. He was close to chanting, and then he opened the eyes and Agni Dev is standing in front of him. Imagine, right? And Ramesh Pandey Prabhu looked at, oh wow, Agni Dev. And Agni Dev say that my name is Agni, and I am very much pleased with your devotional service. Hypothesis, right, Prabhu? Okay? Don't take my word and don't tell me like, Prabhu, tomorrow, I was chanting, with my eyes closed, Agni Dev was not there, the hypothesis.
It's coming from your side. I'll take it.
It's going to happen, right? So what will he ask? He has so many things. Imagine if, like, there is something like that. In real life, somebody is asking, like, oh, what is that in Ramanand Sagar? Most of the things. What's? That's what he asked. What's? Kya chahiye? That's what you asked, right? Immediately, so many things will come to our mind. This is real thing. See, when you are actually in the class, in your sober mind, you will say that I only need devotional service. That's the thing. When you're sober. But when the things comes to you really, then you are bewildered. You're not sober, you're bewildered. So many things will come to our mind, you don't know what to ask. Somebody was saying, like, oh, you have to, in the Bhagavad it is said that people were actually giving away, the horses. People were actually giving away the kingdom. People were actually giving away the gold. People were actually giving away so many things. And that's how you need to do devotional service. And then this Prabhu was sitting in the class and said, like, yes, Prabhu, I'm very ready to give up all these things. What? Giving away horses? Giving away kingdom? Giving away gold? Why? Because I don't have. Right? But that day's horse is today's car. Right? That day's gold is today's money. That day's palace is today's house. And that day's siddhis is today's mobile phone. Are you ready to give up? No. That is the real time. That's the reality. But when you say that, hypothetically, in a sober mind, okay, I'm ready to give away my kingdom. I'm ready to give away my horses because I don't have one. That's the problem. So when you are actually in a situation wherein you will be, forced to give up the things, you won't be able to, right? And that's when Krishna is asking this boon, that what should I need? I need the boon of Arjuna's friendship. Krishna is hungry for his devotees' love, right? There is one, I will just, finish off with one last pastime of in Vrindavan. How many of you heard about Banke Bihari? How many of you, who is Banke Bihari?
Another name for Krishna. Another name for Krishna.
Yeah, Banke Bihari is a beautiful temple in Vrindavan, right? And the deity's name is Banke Bihari Lal, right? Beautiful Krishna, small little Krishna, baby. It's a small Krishna. It's not baby Krishna, it's a small Krishna. So there was one in Vrindavan. There is one old mother lady. She was giving this water to the people who are doing pilgrimage. And she was giving the water. And everybody was seeing that she is so absorbed in chanting the holy name, and she was serving the devotees who were actually visiting Banke Bihari. So one devotee was curious to ask her that, okay, why are you so fervently serving these devotees? What made you to become so absorbed in becoming a devotee of Lord Krishna? Then she said, see, Banki Bihari is so loving that he protects his devotee everywhere. Every time and everywhere he will protect his devotees. And then she told about her father's story. Her father was a ardent fan of devotee of Lord Krishna, Banki Bihari. So every day he will go to Banki Bihari's temple and he will pray to Lord Krishna. So he had to get some money to do the marriage of his daughter, right? So he just borrowed some money from a landowner, from a zamindar, and he was actually did the marriage, wedding, and everything, and then he was paying the loan back to the zamindar. But this zamindar was a crooked guy. He had an eye on his property, right? So obviously, when you're actually taking a loan, you have to put something in as a promise, right? Collateral, what's that? Pledge. So he just pledged his property to get the money, and obviously he was paying down the mortgage, right, so to speak. And then he just finally paid off all the loan, and then he said like, okay, now give back the pledge, the title. Give me the title. And then this Jamindar told, what title? You have not even paid half of the money. And he said like, okay, I've been paying the whole time. I was paying, and I know that I've paid off. But he said like, I don't have any records. You only paid half of that, but you still have to pay a lot of money. Then he said like, I don't. And he said like, okay, if you don't pay me the rest of the money, I am taking this to the court and I am going to take your property. Right? Everybody follow?
Yes.
So he said like, okay, but then the Zamindar asked, do you have any proof that you have paid this money to me? He said like, well, that is the trust we had, right? He said like, yeah, that's the trust we had, and I'm telling you, you have not paid me the money. So then the case has gone to the court, and he was very strong, and this Jamindar was very confident that he will win the case, and after winning, he will get his property. So what he did, actually he was noting down all the things which he has paid, and he was kept in a register, and he was just hiding it somewhere on the top of his almara, right? And he went to the court and said that, see, I've lended him this much money, and then he didn't pay. He only paid this much money, and I need my money back. And if he don't give me this money back, I wanted to take out his property. And the court asked him like, have you paid his money? And then he said like, yes, I paid all the money. Everything has been paid off. And then he said like, do you have any proof? And he was saying like, unfortunately, I don't have any proof. Are you freezing?
I think it's slightly cold here.
It's not working?
I'll check that.
Yeah, sorry about this. Yeah, I think sometimes this thermostat is not working. Yeah, put your jackets. Yeah, sorry for that. Huh? No, I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. When you see somebody freezing, we'll also feel freezing, right? Yeah. That's okay. So where were we?
Do you have any proof?
In the courtroom. Yes. So the judge asked, do you have any proof to show that you have paid off? He said like, I don't have any proof. And he said, do you have any evidence to show that you have paid this money? And then he immediately thought of one evidence. One person who is evidence for everything. Who is that? Banki Bihari. He thought for a while and said, I have got one evidence. And what is this evidence name? His name is Banki Bihari Lal. What is his father's name? Vasudeva. What is his address? Banki Bihari, post box number, this, Vrindavan, Mathura, Vrindavan, Uttar Pradesh. He gave a full address. Okay, send a summons to this person and ask him to come on this particular date. The court has the date has been adjourned to that date. So the case has been adjourned and the summons has been gone to Bangi Bihari Lal. So in the Bangi Bihari Lal temple, there was a letter to the Bangi Bihari saying that on this date there is a case and you have been summoned, and then you were told that you are the witness for this case, so you have to come and give your witness statement. So at that particular date has come, the court has come, the Jamindar was there, this devotee is there, and then the judge has come and they said, okay, so you said that you have got an evidence or a witness that he saw that you have paid all these things. And he said, yes, where is your witness? And he said, like, no, he will be coming very soon. He is very confident. Then the court, so there is a person who is actually called the name, Bangi Bihari Lal, Bangi Bihari Lal, Bangi Bihari Lal. And then from the back there is one sound came, Hazir Ho. So one person who came in a blanket with his face covered, he came and stand in front of the judge. And the judge asked, like, okay, have you seen this person giving the money back? And this person who is in the blanket, full covered, yes, I have seen this person giving full money back. How can you prove that he has given the money back? And this person who is in the blanket, he said, see, when he was giving the money, he was writing down in a register. And this register is red in color, has got a binding of red color. Oh, is that true? Asked his Jamindar. No, my lord, there is no register. My register is blank. I have a register, this is blank. He has not paid any money.
Any money?
Like some money, whatever. And then this voice, this person in the blanket, he said, like, no, my lord, he has kept this red register in the room, this particular room. There is one almara, and on top of that he has hidden that. So the judge has sent the police. So immediately go and search the place and find out if there's a register like that. So they just went to the house and they saw that there is a register, red register on the top of the on the thing. And they brought back, and the judge said, all the money has been paid. And then he said, like, okay, I see that all the money has been paid. Now, who are you? What is your, I just want to see your face, because so far he was actually covering the face. And then he was just looking at the face, and then it said that he saw the face and he got fainted. This personality has completely he has left his job. Who? This judge. He left his job and he has become a Judge Baba. He's become a Babaji. Of course, he's a Babaji, great devotee, but he was called as a Judge Baba. But the thing is, like, Lord Krishna is very much, reciprocating with his devotees. He was very much in love with his devotees. When in the Mahabharata war, Arjuna, Bhishma Dev said that, okay, I am going to kill these Pandavas, 5 Pandavas. Why? Because Bhishma Dev was not at all fighting at all. Bhishma Dev was actually simply fighting with others. He was not fighting with the 5 Pandavas. Duryodhana noticed this. Duryodhana asked Bhishma Dev, why are you not fighting with the Pandavas? Why are you only fighting with others? I know that you have a soft corner towards them. I know. And he was goading Bhishma Dev. He was telling that you are a wretched person. Who was telling? Duryodhana was telling to Bhishma Dev. You are eating my food and you are actually having love towards them. You are not at all a Kshatriya. Right? And he was instigating Duryodhana, Bhishma Dev. Right? Why Duryodhana was instigating Bhishma Dev? So that Bhishma Dev will actually take a vow. And Bhishma Dev is very famous for taking vows. You know the story, right? What happened? So Bhishma Dev said, like, enough. Don't say that I am not a Kshatriya. I am a Kshatriya, and my life purpose is to protect the Kauravas, and I will do that. And he took 5 arrows. Who took 5 arrows? Bhishma Dev. 5 arrows and said that, see these 5 arrows, this is for tomorrow 5 Pandavas. And if Bhishma Dev says that, it will be done. Prabhupada says that Bhishma Dev is equal to 25,000 Arjunas. Bhishma Dev is equal to 25,000 Arjunas. If Bhishma Dev said, he will do that. Bhishma Dev is the son of, he himself has defeated his own guru. Who is the guru of Bhishma Dev? Parshurama, right? That powerful. And this is exactly what Duryodhana wanted. To instigate him so that he will take a vow and actually he will actually do something, and so that if Arjuna is killed, then the whole Mahabharata war is done. So Bhishma Dev take these 5 arrows and he just kept it. This is for tomorrow. Tomorrow, take it from me, Duryodhana, the war is finished. I'm going to kill this 5 thing. When Bhishma Dev was actually telling that, he was bleeding in his heart. Why he was bleeding in his heart?
Soft corner. There's Krishna inside.
Because he knew that, okay, I have to now do this. And I have to kill my own grandsons. How will I do that? But Bhishma Dev knew that there is one person who is over and above all these things. And who is that?
Krishna.
And Bhishma Dev knew one more thing. What was that? Krishna will protect his devotees in any way. So Bhishma Dev was pacified. Oh, thank God. And he knew that my vow or my valor is nothing in front of Krishna. So what is that called? Rakhe Krishna? Mareke. Mare Krishna? What is the meaning of that?
If Krishna wants to protect someone, nobody can kill him.
Rakhe Krishna Mareke. If Krishna wanted to protect someone, who can kill that person? And Mare Krishna Rakhe, if Krishna wanted to
kill someone, nobody
can protect him. Bhishma Dev knew that very nicely, and he was pacified. Thank God. At the spur of moment, I made a vow, and I cannot go away from my vow. Now, he knew that Krishna will actually protect. He has taken a vow. He has put that 5 arrows and put in front. Now, Bhishma Dev cannot go backwards from his vow. Can he? Tomorrow morning, he is going to use these 5 arrows and going to kill them for sure, 100%. Bhishma Dev knew that I'm going to do that. And Bhishma Dev is now very curious to see how Krishna is going to intervene in this one. So this guy was walking back. Who? Duryodhana. Walking back from the tent of Bhishma Dev. Duryodhana was thinking, what if Bhishma Dev changes his mind? Because if you say something in the spur of the moment, Prabhu, if you start thinking like, oh my God, why did I say that? I should have not said that. It's only a matter of time to change your mind. So he was just thinking like, why did I change my mind? So he said, okay, I will do one thing. I will come back and I will take these 5 arrows. So Duryodhana came back. Duryodhana came back, and what did he do? Said to Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev said like, no, what Duryodhana, what do you want now? I took a vow that I will kill them tomorrow and I will kill them. That's fine, Bhishma Dev. Or what do you call in this thing? Pitamaha, thank you. That's fine, Pitamaha. But if you don't mind, can I keep these 5 arrows with me?
For tonight.
For just tonight. Tomorrow morning I'll give it to you. You know? Bhishma Dev said that, thank God. Thank God. Krishna started working. I knew that he will work. He started working. How? Paramatma. Inside there was Paramatma. And Paramatma has given his instruction. Go back and collect this thing. Bhishma Dev can change his word anytime. Who was telling this thing to Duryodhana? Krishna. Like who? Paramatma. Arjuna, Duryodhana out of his crookedness, went and collected these 5 arrows. And this crookedness was given by who? Krishna. And then Duryodhana was extremely happy. Extremely happy. Why? Now I've got these 5 arrows. He cannot say that I have lost these 5 arrows or somebody stole it. Who cannot say that? Bhishma Dev. Now I will give these arrows to Bhishma Dev and I'll ask him, now here is arrows, kill them. So he has to kill at hook or crook. So he was extremely happy. Who was extremely happy? And what happened to Bhishma Dev? Bhishma Dev was ecstatically happy. Now that my arrows are not there, Krishna is already in the game, he will take care of the rest of things. Now what is happening in the Shivira of Arjuna and Krishna? Arjuna was very peacefully sleeping. Arjuna was very... Krishna is actually walking restlessly. What should I do now? Okay, one thing is taken care of. Now how will we block the whole plan? He patted Arjuna and said, Arjuna, why are you sleeping so peacefully? And then Arjuna said, why not? You are there. You are there, so I can peacefully sleep. No, that's not the case. Something terrible is happening. See, Bhishma Dev has actually got 5 arrows. And with these 5 arrows, he is going to kill all the 5 Pandavas. And tomorrow, Mahabharata war will be over. So what? You are there. Let me sleep, Krishna. And he just went to sleep. He's like, come on, buddy. Like, how can you sleep? You are there, Krishna. So why should I be worried about it? So like, no, it's not like that. You remember when you were in actually exile, there was an incident happened. When this Arjuna and this Pandavas were in exile, they were living in forest. Okay? And this Arjuna is always crooked and envious. Duryodhana, I bet. Duryodhana is always crooked and envious. So he wanted to show his prowess to these Pandavas. So they were living in the forest in a very simple and humble way. In a hut they were living. So this Duryodhana and army and all these people who came with big procession. What? No, Duryodhana. Duryodhana came with a big procession to show that, okay, I am actually enjoying. See, you guys are living in forest and see how opulent I am, how I am enjoying, what a state you are in. So he came and he was just coming with so much of procession and everything, and he was just actually doing this and showing off to Pandavas. So while showing off, there was like this Duryodhana with so many girls and everybody, they were actually swimming on the one pond. They were swimming with all the girls and everybody, and they were showing off like, how opulent I am, and they were enjoying. Unfortunately, this pond belongs to some Gandharvas, right? So this Gandharvas, they only allow the Gandharvas to take bath in that pond. So some Gandharvas came and arrested Duryodhana in front of girls. If something happens in front of girls, Prabhu, that is terrible. You kill me, but don't humiliate me in front of girls. Same thing happened to this guy, who? Duryodhana. And this poor guy was tied into a tree, naked, in front of this girls. And then this Duryodhana was in such a terrible condition. First of all, he came to show off his opulence. Now what a terrible situation he ended up in. Tied to a rope, tied to a tree, naked. And then nobody could help him. So when Yudhishthira heard that, he said that, I'm just finishing up. Maybe 30 seconds, I'm done. He said, Yudhishthira came to know that, okay, Duryodhana was actually tied up like that. And then Bhima was celebrating. This is maza, yeah. Right?
Yes.
This is exactly what he wanted. Karma is there. Right? But then Yudhishthira is not like that. Yudhishthira is Dharmaputra, right? Yudhishthira. Arjuna, when the enemy is there, we are not 5 Kaurava, we are not 5 Pandavas, we are 105 Kauravas. Right? When this enemy is there, we are not 5 Pandavas, we are 105 Kauravas. So he is our brother, and somebody is humiliating him, so we should help him. And then Bhima was like, what? Are you serious? Right? Such a thing is happening to him. His karma, this is the punishment he should be supposed to get. No, you should help. So he sent Bhima and Arjuna to rescue. And with like, okay, when Yudhishthira says, then they cannot deny. So they went there. Arjuna defeated all these Gandharvas and untied this guy. Can you imagine how humiliating is that? Is that even more humiliating because his enemy is now coming to rescue him. And then out of that utmost humility, he said, Arjuna, you rescue me today. I am giving a vow. You ask me anything you want. You want the kingdom? I will give you the kingdom, the whole kingdom. You ask me anything. Because for a Kshatriya, his pride is greater than his death. You have protected me, you have rescued me from this most difficult condition. Ask me whatever you want. Arjuna said, I don't want anything from you. We are warriors. We will actually take that thing accordingly. I don't want any favor from you, right? No. I won't leave you like that. Take something. I cannot. Later, Arjuna said. Episode's done. Krishna remind this thing to Arjuna now. Remember? Arjuna said, what? Remember that day? But Krishna said, Arjuna said, but you are not there. Don't ask me all these things. You just think about that now. Yes, I remember that. Duryodhana said that. Now, go to Duryodhana's tent. Now, right away.
Bring the fire.
And remind this thing to him. And I know that Duryodhana, whatever it is, he is a Kshatriya. And for a Kshatriya, his, what's that called? His dishonor is, and his word is greater than his death, right? Ask for that 5 arrows. And Arjuna asked, what 5 arrows? There is 5 arrows. I'll tell you later. Don't have time. Go, ask for 5 arrows. That's it. He went and said, like, Krishna said that you have... In the dead of the night. Dead of the night. Krishna said you have got 5 arrows. So what? Remember that day? Then he said the whole story. And Duryodhana said, this Krishna, this guy is unbelievable. And he took the 5 arrows. Now that he has given the word, right? Took the 5 arrows. Here, take it. Arjuna gave this thing and Krishna gave the 5 arrows to Krishna, and Krishna said, now you can go and sleep peacefully. Next day morning, Bhishma Dev came, very curious to see what Krishna has done in this last 6 hours. He asked Duryodhana, okay, where are the arrows? Duryodhana said, can we do it another day, please? Bhishma Dev said, like, nothing doing. I said that, and you couldn't keep your word, and it is done. And Bhishma Dev was ecstatically happy, and he was inside, he was glorifying the Lord in whatever ways Lord Krishna is actually protecting his devotees. Right? That is the whole gist of this sloka today. Ananyas cheta sadatam yomam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha. The word sulabha is the only word. You know the meaning of sulabha? Easy. Labha means to get. Sulabha means easily getting. You can easily get Krishna. That's what it is said. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita, nowhere in Bhagavatam this word is being used. Sulabha partha. You will get me very easily, Arjuna. Krishna says that. By offering a flower to Krishna, you will easily get that. How beautiful is that? Can you imagine? Just by offering a flower, a little bit of water, a small fruit, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, you can purchase Krishna. Sulabha partha. And when you're actually understanding these beautiful pastimes of Lord Krishna, when you love and devote yourself in this loving devotion to Krishna, then Krishna will be easily available. Jai Grandhara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
continue with the Aarti. I just wanted to add one line. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your class. There is another way, a simple way we can attain Krishna, other than Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, is by listening to kind devotees like Paripurna Prabhu. Yeah? So I think we should all chant God for Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'll continue with the evening hour.